My name is John Wood, and this is Homecoming Farm. We've been making maple syrup for about 6 years. It fits in to our operation mostly because it happens when nothing else is happening. We're already going to the farmer's market to sell our flowers and fruit, and so it doesn't cost us anything to take it there. We bottle it in small bottles, 8 and 12 ounces, and then sell it for almost $1 an ounce. We do manage our sugar bush to increase the production by removing grapevines or less desirable wood species, but because we have a limited number of trees, we tap both red maple and sugar maple. The red maple has a lower sugar content in its sap, but we just don't have that many trees, so we'll take whatever we can get. Because we live in a really steep place, we use a gravity system to collect our sap. So the trees are tapped, and then the taps are connected with 3/16 inch tubing, and that runs downhill into collection tanks. We have a really small operation. Our equipment is very small. Our sugar bush is pretty small, but we have a lot more trees we could tap. It probably would have cost us another $3,000 to $5,000 to invest in larger equipment, and I think that initial upfront investment would be worth the wait for the payoff if you have the trees to collect enough sap. I would encourage people to, within reason, do as large of an operation as you can afford without taking on too much of a financial burden. Because the weather is a determining factor and it's so variable, we can't really predict exactly how much syrup we're going to make every year. Our biggest challenge has always been managing our equipment in the cold weather. Pipes freeze, the water heater breaks. If we had invested in like a heated building, that might be something we could have avoided, but that was also outside of our price range for this operation. Buying the best equipment you can afford is always a good decision. It's easy to sell sugar. Blueberries are a form of sugar, strawberries, maple syrup, people will line up and eat it. Nobody doesn't like sugar. I think the biggest help that we got when we started our operation was talking to other local producers who've been doing it for a long time and taking their wisdom seriously. When I started my maple syrup operation, I actually listened to my neighbors and I learned a lot of valuable information. So if you can find somebody who's near you who's making syrup, you should spend the time with them to learn what you can. We paid off all the equipment within the first year. We didn't take a loan out, but we earned as much in profit as it took us to make the equipment in one good year of production. And then another 2 years would cover the cost of this building. When we made the decision to make maple syrup, it was because we had downtime in the winter, and it allowed us to make money off of a resource that we already had on the farm. But it is not a large portion of our revenue on the farm. It does keep us busy at a time of year when we wouldn't have other income streams. We also could be leveraging it more if we wanted to engage in, say, ecotourism, agritourism, and encourage people to come visit during this time of year. We're starting an Airbnb down at the bottom of the hill, and it's hard to get people to come visit in the winter. It might be more attractive during maple season and can enjoy that. You can make syrup on a small scale. You can buy vacuum pumps and reverse osmosis machines, or you can tap a single tree and cook it over a fire.